Good evening, teachers. Welcome to this platform. This is a live session on Bloom's taxonomy model along with teaching devices. I'm your resource person. I shall be sharing number of attributes with you along with focus area. So kindly join with a cup of tea and let's see what's there in the content in relation to this topic, Bloom's taxonomy model. I request you all to please participate in the activities which comes in between this session. You can drop your responses in the comment box too. And after the completion of this session, the link will be open for you to generate certificate. Along with that, few more links are there in the description box. You can go and check out those links as well if they are suitable for you to go for. So without wasting time, let's move on further to see this whole content. Now, today's focus area is what is Bloom's taxonomy, how children feel when we teach them, hots and lots, recapitulation, activity for teachers, teaching devices, and last but not the least, few tips. Now, this is the whole model of Bloom's taxonomy, where we shall be putting stress on following attributes right from the bottom to the top. In the bottom, I can see remembering, understanding, applying, analyzing, evaluating, and on the top, creating. So this is the whole hierarchy. When we go for a teaching lesson in a classroom, in that case, we follow the whole hierarchy. When we teach children, they understand in this hierarchy only. So let me put some more light on it. Yes, new version and old version. When I talk about the old version, there were so many attributes. Some are similar to the new version. Some are different, right? So you have to see which one is different and which one is not. For example, remembering is there in new version, but it was replaced by knowledge in the old version. So in the old version, I can see knowledge, comprehension, application, analysis, synthesis, and evaluation. But in the new version, which is the revised one, remembering, understanding, applying, analyzing, evaluating, and creating. And what is this all about is very simply explained here. Kindly have a look here. Remembering means can the student recall or remember the information? The lesson plan which you had followed in your classroom for a particular session, is the child able to recall that? That is called remembering. Understanding means can the student explain ideas and concepts which are being shared by you? Applying means can the student use the information in a new manner? Analyzing means can the student distinguish between the different parts of the same content? Evaluating means can the student justify a stand or a decision in support of that content? And last, creating. Can the student create new product or point of view in relation to that content? Okay, now lots and hots. On the same platform, now I'm coming to this thing, that how it actually works. When I say lot, it means lower overthinking. It means critical thinking, basically. So here the critical thinking is less. Here the critical thinking is very high. In the remembering phase, it is just a recall, and the child is trying to do that. Similarly, understanding, gradually applying, and then up analyzing, and then more evaluating, and last but not the least is creating. So when I'm moving towards the creative end, it is higher order thinking, right? It's critical thinking is on the higher end. But if it is going on this way, that is on remembering side, it means there is lower critical thinking, right? So our idea is basically that we have to make the children, gradually and slowly reach till here. That is what lots and hots is all about. Yes, this is my task. You are also a teacher, I am also a teacher, and a teacher is a motivator. So, same here is going on. A beautiful picture where there is no as such, uh, you know, um, formal sitting plan, but yes, children are sitting very nicely. They are, listening to their teacher and they are in their comfort zone too, right? So, teacher is actually a motivator. Now, this is an interesting activity for all the teachers who are joining this. It's a question that when you teach a number, for example, it's a simple lesson plan I'm taking, any number, suppose number 18. So, any of us, from my side, Miss Navita is the class teacher, right? So, which parameter do you think following teachers are meeting? Right? If we are taking a workshop of teachers. So here Miss N is able to tell the formation of number 18, right? Miss N is the participant in the workshop. So she told about the formation of number 18. Miss K able to tell that snowman looks like 18, 8, right? Miss T able to tell that number 18 is colorful. Might be the teacher had told in the classroom that we have to do coloring in number 18 and this is how we do, isn't it? Then Miss G, Gurjeet, able to tell that when I go to mall, I sometimes see number 18. So this is the thinking of teacher G, Miss G, that when I go to mall, the teacher has not taught this thing, isn't it? It is outside the school premises. And then Miss M able to tell that I can make 18 by using my fingers. Again, it is a creating part. It is a creativity part because the child is, thinking and trying to do that. So here we need to understand that yes, all the attributes given in Bloom's taxonomy are important to do one thing that is called recapitulation, right? So it is a case based study completely that how it goes. So I am actually linking Bloom's taxonomy with recapitulation on the basis of a case study. And for that, the take one is for recapitulation by using Bloom's taxonomy as a guide. Educators can design differentiated classroom and homework that meet the diverse needs of students, foster higher order thinking, and provide a more personalized and effective learning experience. For example, a lesson plan I've shared in front of you. In this lesson plan, just focus on this area, that is differentiation. In differentiation part, you can easily get a shadow of recapitulation where the children are divided into three groups for the same activity. And the lesson plan is of number zero. How you will introduce number zero, how you will make children identify number zero, right? So here, children are divided into three groups. The first group will do what? Give the flash cards 0 to 9 and assorted items. Ask them to count and place objects according to the number of cards. Second group, A4 sheets and pencils to draw and show numbers 0 to 5 and write the numbers also. And the third group, task sheet, wherein they have to match the numbers of objects with the correct number. So here, three group of children are there, right? Peer learning is already going on, right? And you are doing one thing by three different ways. Definitely, any one of them can be grasped and retained by the child in the classroom. That is what the beauty of differentiated learning along with recapitulation and Bloom's taxonomy. Now, take two is by reflective journals. Definitely, you should encourage the children, right? Create simple journals to record and reflect on what they have learned. Allow them to draw pictures or write few sentences about their favorite part of the lesson or something they remember most. For example, it is again an activity for teachers. Come to the comment box and give answer for this journal. What do you feel? Which topic was recalled in the classroom? Which topic was introduced in the classroom on the basis of which the child had drawn this reflective journal? Might be day and night, might be a park scene, it can be anything, but you have to see by the perspective of the child. Next take for recapitulation is peer teaching, or in other words, peer learning. Peer to peer learning occurs when children engage and we encourage them in collaborative learning. Mind it, when we do not encourage them, they hardly engage. So we have to encourage the children for the same. Students learn from one another, not the teacher. Not every time with the teacher, right? That is why peer learning is very important. They learn from each other. And when they learn from each other, they recapitulate more and more. Now, the next take is for live learning. Teachers, can you please share few examples with me? What do you mean by live learning? One example I am giving to you, field trips. Why field trips are so important for us in our curriculum? That is the reason why we recapitulate the thing by experiencing them outside the school premises. Just looking the things in books doesn't solve the purpose. And for recapitulation, you should plan live learning with children. The next take for recapitulation is by games and activities. You can draw your own games, you can design your own games by thinking or taking the sample from the old games. For example, the power word hopscotch in front of you. In this hopscotch, what I have done here, I have taken sight words rather than numbers. Now, this is again an activity for teachers to design a hopscotch using your own attributes. So, it will be a brainstorming for a teacher also and for a child too to recapitulate the concepts. Last but not the least take is circle time and BG sessions. BG sessions are very important. How you design your BG session, how can you design your busy sessions, and how circle time should be effective, you can go and check out the previous videos. Here, circle time is the time where you can recall the previous one concepts of the same day and you can go with the new concept of the present day. In BG session, discussion topic can be for the present day, and in circle time, the previous day topics can be recalled by discussion or by any taking the turn activity. So, this was all about recapitulation. Quickly moving towards the teaching devices. As per the WAC model, following teaching devices are there which can be used in the classrooms by the teachers: audio aids, visual aids, audio visual aids. There are so many aids in front of you. You can choose any of them to make your recapitulation, to make the Bloom's taxonomy learning pattern easier and more effective in your classroom. Make your classroom rich. As I had already told you, auditory learner, visual learner, and kinesthetic learners, three learning styles are there. Therefore, we have three types of learners. So, you have to make your classroom rich as per the need of three different kinds of learners. These are the examples of a rich classroom where we can see the resources, particularly for the kinesthetic learners. Because smart boards are now the part of learning, so that is okay with audio and video. But kinesthetic learners definitely need tools and attributes. So, this is all about teaching devices, Bloom's taxonomy, and recapitulation. Thanks for connecting, teachers. Please go to the description box for more details. Have a happy learning.